And good afternoon and welcome. My name is Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK.
And my name is Louise Island.
And we're here to keep you company for a nice, calm and groovy afternoon.
Indeed.
So I can see we've got some friends finding us already. I'm just going to pop into the chat to see what's going on. I can see many of our regulars are in this afternoon already. So good afternoon and welcome. Tuesdays is known for a groovy day.
Yeah, our groovy day.
We do. So on a Tuesday morning, Louise does Groovy Tuesday for an hour. And it's a project that she carries out for over a couple of weeks or so. And I think you're on episode, was it part 5 this morning?
Part 5.
Part 5 this morning. So if you're into your groovy, and you had some newbies in the room this morning.
We did. We had 3 newbies.
Lovely. Julie's in the room with you this afternoon. So if you've got any questions, she's there to help. She'll post a link to what we call our show page, where we have all the products featured during the course of this hour. So it's like that one place where you sort of go and shop on everything that's featured. Yeah. But obviously the whole website is there for you to peruse whenever you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The sound is good. Thanks, Julie. Absolutely. So we'll just give it a few more moments for our friends to find us, because sometimes it can be people tune in on Facebook, they tune in via our YouTube page, and they also tune in via our website. Yeah. So there's always different ways to enable you to be able to watch with ease. So there we go. I can see lots of people. So I'm going to change over. So yeah, nice and calm, groovy day. Louise in the morning, and then this afternoon we thought we'd take a trip down memory lane.
Yes.
Because throughout the month of March, the munch, where did that come from? Throughout the month of March, we're celebrating all things Japanese or Japan. Yeah. And the idea behind it of the Zen, the calmness, and the mindfulness and about just enjoying the process. Many of you have already received the March newspaper with your orders. So it's a newspaper that Barb started up at the beginning of the year, something new for 2026. And many of you are collecting them. So we've had January, we've had February, and we've had March. So when you place an order here at Clarity, we send you a copy of the newspaper. And what I try to do is when I'm printing off the orders, I like to see whether you've placed an order already. And if you have, then obviously I don't need to send you another one, because it can be quite annoying you getting the same stuff in the post every single time. Yeah. And obviously it's not good for the pocket here, but it's not good for the environment either. No, exactly. So I do try and control that as best as I can. So, and in the March edition, Barb talks all about Japan. It's on her and Dave's bucket list to go and visit. There was a piece of 5x5 blossom paper for origami for making the Japanese cranes, and there's a video that you can watch as well. And yesterday we did it live. It was the first time I did it, and I got a little bit confused, but it was great because Barb took it back, and during that process, despite the fact that we're sort of live on TV, no pressure to perform, it was really relaxing.
Yeah.
So what we did was Barb had the idea of creating this crane for that mindful process, and you could create like a crane chain. And so what we did was we also released a pack of 20, we called them blossom papers, because sometimes if you give something a name, it can be off-putting.
Yeah.
So if you're not into your groovy and it says Pergamano on it, you're thinking, well, it's not for me. So we called them the 5x5 blossom papers. So you'll find those on the website. Don't forget, you can go back and watch yesterday's episode via our catch up and craft area as well.
Yeah, and you can also make a different coloured one, because how many colours are there in that
There's
pack?
several different colours. Yeah, let's just have a quick look on the overhead. So this is the blossom, Japanese blossom papers. Let me just zoom in on that one. So you can see there, you've got 20 sheets. And what's nice is you've got sort of like the black with the colour, and then you've got the white with the colour as well. You've got rainbow colours. So if you're interested, I mean, these make lovely little backing papers. as
Oh,
well.
definitely, yeah. I was thinking they would be lovely as backing papers as well as doing your origami as well.
Yeah. So there's 70 GSM and you get 20 sheets in there. The item number for that is 31964. So if you want to see how they worked yesterday, then go back and watch our catch up and craft.
Perfect.
Now, if you did tune in yesterday, I mentioned that we'd have a new product for you.
Yes.
So if you joined us yesterday, we launched a set of stamps to work alongside Barbara's birds, the songbird, the lovebird, and
Dreambird.
the dreambird. How can I forget the dreambird? The dreambird. So Jazz worked her magic, and we have a brand new groovy version to work alongside that collection of groovy plates, and also the original Shack Japanese butterflies and flowers.
Yes.
So this is your plate. I'm going to bring the details up on the side of the screen for you. There we go. So it is an A5 square groovy plate, hot off the machines this afternoon. The item number for this is 42629. It's a Celebration Sentiment Rounds A5 square groovy plate, £10 and 49 pence plus your club saving. So if you belong to one club, you have a 10% saving, bringing it down to £9.44. If you belong to two clubs, you've got a 12.5% saving, bringing it down to £9 and 18 pence. And finally, if you belong to all three clubs, you get that 15% saving, bringing it down to £8.92. So when it's laid out on the plate like this, because obviously the way in which Jazz has designed it, it looks very strange, doesn't it? As if it's sort of like too close together.
Yes.
But that is the beauty of the groovy system. So you've got 4 different sentiments on there. And then what Jazz did, she did these little sort of icons with the same sort of sentiments wrapped around. She's taken different elements of each of the 3 different birds to work alongside it. I mean, these are great for your mini makes, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely good for the mini makes and everything. I love, this is a really lovely element as
that
well.
little flower.
Yeah.
And
just
don't
as an
forget,
extra.
you can just have the circle and put something else in there. You don't have to have the birds in there. And you had a great idea, Louise, of using those, didn't you?
Yeah, so you could, you know, we have those lovely wax seals at the back of an envelope. That would look really lovely on the back of your envelope to kind of match your card and everything, because it just gives that finishing touch, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we have a look at the 3 collections of groovy plates that this has been designed to work alongside. Now, at the end of the day, you can make a complete circle, just like Barb was showing yesterday with the stamps, and you can have anything in the middle.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the design plates here. So the original collection, or the more recent collection, is item number 42626. This is Barbara's Love, Dream and Songbirds A5 square groovy plate collection. You have a £1.48 saving, bringing that down to £29.99, plus all your relevant club discounts as well. And this is the collection, you're using one of these in your next online workshop, which is fast approaching.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
A week tomorrow, but we'll talk about that later. Actually, what I'm going to do the full screen graphic so you can see those. There we go.
Perfect.
So these are designed to wrap around the inner circle of this collection of groovy plates.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the birds. Then we have the original collection. This is Barbara's Shack Japanese Flowers and Butterflies A5 square groovy plate collection, item number 42628. I mean, the frames on their own are absolutely wonderful.
Butterflies on their own, the flowers on their own, the
because
inside on their own.
Yeah, because you can pick and choose the elements, as you know, with groovy. So this is beauty, love, and peace. Everything is available individually as well. So what I thought we'd do, because this is brand new, I thought Louise could give a very quick demo to explain exactly how they work with a collection of those plates.
Okay.
So I'll grab a slurp of coffee. He says falling off his chair. That'd be a moment, wouldn't it? What was that advert? It was a cigar advert. Was it Hamlet? You're probably too young. When something happens, And then the music would play as if, yeah. I'm sure somebody will confirm that in the chat. It was a series of adverts for Hamlet, I think it was. Like where that happens and then he just stays wherever he is and he lights a cigar as if say, oh, whatever. Okay.
There we go. So this is just one of the insides. So the good thing is with all of our, whether they're the bird ones or the butterfly ones, they're all the same size. So this will fit all 6 of them. So let me just move this over here a little bit. There we go. There we are. So what should we do? Should we do top one? Wishing you...
Oh, decisions. You've got 4 to choose from.
Wishing you love, health and happiness.
Yeah, let's go for that one.
Let's do a bit of that. There we go. We could all do with that, can't we?
So you can see how it snuggles in perfectly with the outside of that frame.
It does, yes. So I just need to grab some of my stick tabs.
And you can position this at any angle you choose, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to lay it about there.
You know what? This would look really nice on 2 different layers, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So, especially with the the new pastel rainbow parchment.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Which we'll talk about in a moment because we have 4 different products of the month to share with you for March. And if you pop one of those products of the month into your basket, it automatically unlocks double points for the whole basket.
I know. She's brilliant.
It is very brilliant because I've noticed many of our friends have recently signed up to attend either our open days, our one-day workshops, or our summer retreats, and they've popped one of the products of the month into their basket at the same time, and it means it's given them double points.
Brilliant idea.
And more points means more money off in the future.
I keep on wanting to say prizes.
Well, I suppose it is a prize, isn't it? Because I think once you've accumulated 300 points, you can then get £5 off your next order.
It's always handy.
And you can save those points. You don't have to, you can wait until you get 600 points and take £10 off your order.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have an expiry of 12 months, but I don't think that's an issue for many of our friends.
Definitely not an issue for me.
And you know what? You're getting something for free then, aren't you? So you're obviously, you're buying a craft product of something that you enjoy, and then you're benefiting from getting the double points by putting that item in your basket.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Okay, so what does that look like?
That's just doing the number 2.
Okay.
Quickly. There we go.
See, I mean, just
Perfect.
sort of, it's like the crescent above the top of it, isn't it? So you can go with that. You can do it to the side if you wish, because some of the imagery protrudes out of that frame, doesn't it?
Yes.
So you wouldn't necessarily get a complete circle with those sentiments. And as Barb was saying yesterday with the stamps, sometimes having it off to the side gives it a real arty look.
I mean, that's the nice thing is you can have it any way you wanted, really, couldn't you? You could have them like, say this was the right way around, you can have
it coming to the side,
like that, or like you say, just like a little bit.
And then if we wanted then to complete that circle,
so then you could choose whether you want to say the same thing underneath or
all the way around,
say something different. So then I'm just gonna. There we go.
Line that up like so. And it's that little finishing touch, isn't it? I mean, we often, I mean, with yesterday, it was one of those lastminute.coms, because obviously it's Barb's birthday on Friday.
Yes.
Her 67th birthday on Friday, which she proudly announced. I mean, at the end of the day, a number an age is just a number, isn't it?
That's very true.
Although, depends on the type of day you're having. It could be a good day or a bad age, so to speak.
You're as young as you feel. I was trying to get my words out there.
It's catching.
Yeah.
So what we did, we'll have a look at those in a little while. We've got 4 different sticker books of various different sentiments and sayings. And so Barb decided to celebrate her birthday early because tomorrow we're off to Hobbymaker, and then on Thursday Dave and Barb are flying off to Madeira for a long weekend. So she decided, she chose 4 of the books, the sticker books, 67% off.
That's brilliant.
Bringing it down to a ridiculous price. So normally they are £13.49, and it brings it down to £4.45. Now there's no additional club discounts on those. Otherwise, we might as well just put a pack in with every order. Look how easy that was to achieve.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
No.
And it just gives it a little bit of extra, and then you can always add another frame around that.
Yeah.
And then put your decoration around.
Of course, yeah, because you've got your nested circles. There'll be a nested circle that would fit with that. I'm sure it's, I reckon that was designed to work with the Pico.
The Pico circles.
I reckon, because of that double line. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's another good thing is you can Pico cut around that, and that would look really, really nice. You can double layer that with, with another
different
frame
colours.
Underneath.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's given it a different look, hasn't it? So you've got that wonderful sort of butterflies and the Japanese style flowers on there. And now you've just encased it with one of those 4 different sentiments.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yay.
Okay, so let me give you the details of our 4 different products of the month, because maybe you're tuning in for the first time. Excuse me. So I'll do those on the full screen graphics. Then we'll have a look at those sticker books at that silly, silly price. And then we'll have a look. We're going to go down memory lane and look at a collection of 2 different pairs of plates. And they're some of my favourites. They really, really are. We have them in stamps as well, which you'll probably find on the website. Okay, so let's start with the first offering of the product of the month. And this is Barbara's Floral Hearts A5 stamp and Mars set. Item number 12304. Pop this item in your basket and everything else will unlock double points, whatever else is in that order. Then we have the stencil duo, item number 01119. Barbara's Rose and Petunia Floral Heart 7x7 stencil duo. And this was a new concept because it's got like a stencil mate.
Yes.
And Barb showed how these worked a couple of shows ago. Then, if you're into your groove, we have the item number 42621. So this is your 3rd offering. Barbara's Floral Hearts A6 Groovy Plate and Spacer Duo, £12.98 plus your club discount. And Barb pointed out, again, reminded me yesterday, on the main plate, it says, love you, you're my everything, Swalk, sending all my love. And Barb said, we're often sending cards from a couple.
Yep.
So on that little spacer plate, it says, we love you, sending our love, and also from us with love.
Oh, yes.
So it's a nice sort of variation on those. So you can mix and match them in that collection. Then the 4th offering that has been absolutely flying out the door is our rainbow duos. So this is parchment and paper. This is the eagerly awaited pastel rainbow. Because we've worked out we can print it ourselves now, what we've done is we've removed 2 of the designs and increased the quantities of the remaining 4. So you're going to get 4 different designs and you're going to get 3 sheets of each in both the parchment and in the colour intensifier as well. And Louise is going to show us how that works during the course of this hour with a demo she's prepped. So the item number for that is 42624, because last Tuesday I did my magic trick, didn't I?
You did.
Exactly how that worked. Louise was very impressed.
I was very impressed.
Nobody else was, but Louise was, bless her. Then we were talking about the 67% discount. So this offer runs until midnight on Monday the 16th. Item number 30849. This is Barbara's Word Sticker Collection, £4.45. I mean, that's madness.
That is crazy.
There's no additional discounts on that. It's just that 67% saving, which means you're saving £9.04.
I mean, these look nice on stamping projects or groovy projects.
Yes, they do. A number of the design team often use the stickers as that little sort of accent.
Extra.
Yeah. So we've got Barb's Words. Then we have our feel good factor words, item number 31048. So these all sort of resulted from the Shack, safe, happy and creative. And you've got them in black and you've also got them in white as well. They tend to have two different designs in them. You'll get 2 sheets of them in black, 2 in white, and for each of the different designs in there. And if you go to the website, then you can look on the back of the packaging to see what's inside.
Nice.
Then we have the third option. This is Leonie's Words, the sticker collection, item number 30834. This one's got 6 sheets in there, 3 black and 3 white. And I think this one has like 3 different designs, if I recall rightly. Okay. And finally, he says, I'm choking because I can't believe this price. Item number 31323. This is the Kiss Word sticker collection by Barbara Gray. And this was a time when we changed the typeset, the font on it.
Yeah.
It's got Christmas in there. You've got 8 sheets, 4 black and 4 white again, 460 stickers. And the price on that is £4.45. Okay.
Perfect.
So if you're looking to, sometimes you need that little bit more to go in your basket just to get the free postage. They're definitely worth popping in.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And if you've gone for a product of the month, then obviously you're going to get double points. So you've got the 67% saving plus the double points as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our trip down memory lane. The first collection is the Bamboo and Oriental fan set. Item number 40314. Now, this has a cheeky little saving on it. This has a 20% saving on it, bringing the price down to £16.78. Oh,
nice.
If you're a Diamond Club member, it brings it down even further to £14.26. So that's really good, considering a groovy plate is £10.49.
Yes.
The saving has also been carried over individually as well. So if you just wanted to go for the fan, it's in the show page and that has 20% off. But this is a really nice duo, and we'll have a look at some artwork on this from the design team.
Yes.
The fan, because it's groovy, you've got the open outline of the fan, and then you've got all these little decorative elements in there as well, haven't you?
Yeah, plus so you've got the lovely flowers are on the outside as well, and different kinds of flowers, and then inside you've got different kind of decorations. But
and foliage, yeah.
There's not stopping you. You can put any of those elements on other cards, and you can use whatever you want in the fan as well.
And you can use, you could do grid work in there, couldn't you? If you're into your grid work and your pattern building.
Would look really nice.
So that's the first option, which is the Bamboo and Oriental fan set, item number 40314. Then our second option, I love this one, the Geisha. One of my all-time favorites, the Geisha. This is the Waterhouse and Geisha set, item number 40292. The stamp version of this works wonderfully with the fibres and the film for the dress.
I bet.
It's really, and the parasol on there. I remember back in the day, Barb did a piece of artwork where she'd used the film to do the parasol, so it gave it that translucency. And then on the Geisha, she used the fibres, the fancy Angelina fibres.
Oh yes.
Where it molds and sculpts and everything else. So have a look on the website. I'm sure Gilly could pop a link up. Gilly, would you make a note? I'll drop these images of the stamps into the show page as well. I'll do that later. So this has got the same cheeky little 20% saving on it as well.
Perfect.
Bringing that price down to £16.78.
Some really nice elements on there as well.
There is, isn't there? You've got the dragonfly, you've got the Chinese lanterns, you've got the reeds. The house, the detail on that is amazing.
It is really, really good. I remember when these first came out, I loved these. I was using them all the time.
It's really good. I mean, I think it's got that elegance to it.
It has, yes.
So if we start with the bamboo and the fan,
yes,
let's just have a look at some artwork on the fans. So if we go to the overhead, so that's the fan available individually, 40309. And as Louise was saying, you've got the flowers in different sizes, different positions, and then different sort of foliage in there as well.
Yeah, really nice.
Okay.
Butterfly as well.
So this one is by No Name.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. You got some, let me zoom, I'm going to zoom in on this.
Glitter on that as well.
Yeah, you got the perga glitter in there. So decorated completely different from the plate itself.
Lovely bit of white work as well.
This one, oh, wow. Emma Burns.
Gosh, look at that.
Look at that. I love it on that black coated card background.
Yes, that is gorgeous. It kind of reminds you of like the older traditional kind of when you'd have complete white fan on old parchment pieces.
Yes, absolutely. Another No Name one.
Gosh, all these no names.
This is nice because this has been done in 2 layers. So you've got the lower part of the fan in clear parchment, and then the background is done in a pink parchment, and these have all been cut out. The blossom have been cut out individually, just with a normal pair of scissors.
Oh, and they've got a little bead.
And they've got a little bead sewn into it. Wow.
Beautiful?
This one, Emma Burns, combining stamping with your parchment. So you can create little mini fans as well.
Yes, yeah, because there's 2 layers on the fan, isn't there? So you can have them both together, or you can just have the large fan, or just have the small fan.
Wow. Jane Telford. Look at that. Now,
very
this
elegant.
would have been back in the day when Jane was, I want to sort of zoom out a little bit to there. Let me just preset that to number 4. There we go. This would have been in the early days of Jane getting into the groove, so to speak.
Learning.
But look at that white work.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And the picot cutting.
It really is. So you can tell Jane picked it up very quickly.
She did indeed. This one here. So this time, Julie Owen's done this one. So she's spelt out happy birthday.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea.
So doing it in a different... Oh my word. Another one with No Name. Look at that. So this...
It's like a scene on a fan. You know, like how you get those lovely fans that you can buy from certain countries, and they have this elegant scene on a fan.
Yeah, look at that. And that's the hills and the mountains from the starter kit in the background. So Julie said she's added the geisha stamp to the show page. And then finally, Jane always likes to think outside the box.
It's a very clever idea, isn't it?
So she's created a wedding dress from the fan, and that's using Lily, one of our Clarity characters.
That's such a lovely idea.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Love that. So that is one plate in that collection.
Just one.
And then we move on to the bamboo. So the bamboo available individually, item number 40310.
I love the butterflies on these.
I know. Now I reckon this is a barb. I reckon Serenity. It would definitely be a barb using a word like that. I love the two-tone white work and a little bit of colour, adding the colour to the frame around the outside.
Such a clever little scene, isn't it?
Yeah. Another one with No Name. So the bamboo is the focus of the centre point, and then the little dragonflies.
It's beautiful.
I think what happens, these go onto our art boards when we do our open days.
Yes.
And sometimes there were cards and we put Velcro on the back. And sometimes the names come off. So another no name. But this is nice. You've got paper weaving. So that's another piece of parchment that's been threaded through.
Oh, yes. And actually put the grid work on that
as well. And the cascade of butterflies.
Wow.
And look, this one, the wings.
Oh, the wings come up.
The wings come up.
Nice.
But the bamboo.
It's lovely
in the
with
background.
the little dotty effect in it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Linda Page. So Linda's created used both collections. So you've got your bamboo, your geisha, and your water house.
Yeah. So she's in the garden distance. Somewhere.
Yeah. Very Zen-like on this one from Linda Page again.
That's lovely.
And then what have we got here? This one, Sylvia Marshall, bless her. So she's used the fan. She's created the bamboo and all the butterflies, all individually coloured and pico cut.
Wow.
This is nice.
It's a clever idea, this is.
Yes, I reckon it's another barb.
Yes.
The
cascade of butterflies.
The cascade, so using the nested circles to create the frame, infilling with the grids for the detail.
Yeah.
And then it's been wrapped around another piece of card so you can't see the attachment.
You think all you need is like one element and then just nested circles and nested squares to do lines.
Yeah, because Barb loved doing that on the nested square frames, that technique.
Yes.
So that is the Bamboo and Oriental fan collection. Then the next one we're going to look at is the Water House and the Geisha. Let's go for the Geisha first. Okay. Oh, I'd forgotten how amazing this artwork was.
I know.
Oh,
I was looking earlier. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many nice
ones. You've got the Geisha, you have your Parasol, you've got your sort of like your willow, I'm guessing potentially, your cherry blossom. All of the blossom is separate.
Put as many blossoms on as you want.
And you've got this ornate corner.
Yes, this corner is.
And you're going to show us how to extend that, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Okay, this one is from D. Paramore. Look at that.
That's
I'm going to zoom out to there now.
Using all the elements.
Yes.
The hills and mountains behind.
Hills and mountains from the starter kit. That colour graduation.
I mean, this came out, you know, within the year after the starter kit, didn't it? If not,
I'd say so.
Very soon. So a lot of the lovely artwork will have the hills and mountains in because it was...
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful scene setter, isn't it? And we often forget. I'm just trying to... Yes. 2016, this was released. So we're 2026 now, so 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and Groovy celebrated 10 years last year. So yes, it was in the first 6 months, I'd say, of it being released. This is a barb.
That's lovely.
Because back in the day, I'm not saying we didn't know what we were doing. Barb loved this technique of the dotting using the grids to fill in.
Interest, doesn't it? As well.
And the white, I'm going to come in on this.
Because you could look at that and think, oh, it's snow.
Yes.
Without having to do all of the white work to make it look like snow, you put these lovely dots in and it looks like snow then.
Absolutely. And the white work on the cherry blossom.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And then the light.
Yes.
On there. Wow.
It looks like you look at that and I think, oh, that looks like silk.
Yeah.
Because of the way
that the light has been. Yeah, absolutely. Now this is a no name, but this is a nice way of incorporating the starter kit and the cherry blossom.
I know. Just the cherry blossom and the hills and mountains.
Just absolutely. Another no name again. Look at this. I love the foliage being used around the outside.
Yes.
And the golden dress.
That's gorgeous.
And then those cherry blossom added to
the dress.
To the what's it called? It's got a special name. Kimono. That's it. Oh no! Look at this one. No name again. Wow.
That's beautiful.
The sun behind, the white of the dress.
Again, it was the same time as the punches started coming.
The
as
corner
well, wasn't
punches,
it? We used
yeah.
to corner punches a lot as well.
To attach, because we didn't have the brads back then. And then, yeah, so that's from that collection. And then the second plate is your Waterhouse. Oh no, people go, what is he going on about? This, I really have forgotten how wonderful this artwork is.
I know.
So let me.
It's a good thing to go through for us as well as
I
for
think
everyone.
So, yeah,
I think,
because often, I think what's also happened is that we revisited, because we put this, revisited this in April 2024. So we had new design team members, we had new plates out. So some of this artwork is incorporating more later designs from when they were first launched. So for example, this one by Julie Campbell is using, let me zoom out on that. This is Linda's
yes, the Japanese
layering plate, that wonderful entwined square.
Yes, and it has another pagoda in that one, doesn't it?
It has, yeah.
But yeah, it's lovely.
And then fills all the spaces here. This is where the coloured parchment comes. Oh.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh no. Carol Baker.
Wow.
Goodness me.
So elegant, isn't it? Just the white.
And what Carol's done, the Waterhouse is on one layer. This has been picot cut to create an aperture. And this here is a second layer.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Clever idea.
Okay. This one, Emma Burns. Look at that.
Traditional Oriental, isn't it? The gold
yes,
and the black.
The gold. And that would work wonderfully with that hot foiling tip that you came up with by using the sticky ink and our hot foil to do that gilding.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the ornate cutting on that.
It's gorgeous.
Jane Telford, Hills and Mountain. Oh.
It's a perfect scene builder.
It is. You can go for that lovely monochromatic look, the white with the gold or the white with the black, and then you can go full colour.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Then this one here, Jill Askham, she had the same idea of creating two different layers. Actually, the geisha has just been cut out normally.
Oh, yes.
This is one of, I think it's one of Linda's frames, this ornate frame here. That's created the aperture. Gold, I reckon this is gold pearlescent paint around the outside, a technique that Josie often uses.
That's gorgeous.
Then this one, look, that is just...
No, it's beautiful.
The hills and the mountain is crying out for Japan, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, with the sun setting and.
Yeah, and then this one,
is lovely.
Clever.
Wow.
Julie Campbell. So she's created the reflection of the Waterhouse.
That's gorgeous. That's a really clever idea because it just looks like a reflection, doesn't it?
It really, really does, doesn't it? And I can't remember last time I'd seen something like that, but to have that, because it's symmetrical, isn't it? So
it is.
It's just been traced out in, I'd say, the number one, and sort of obviously it's got the prominent colour, and then it's been sort of flipped around and then traced out in the number 2 or number 3, and then just a softer colour palette. That works really, really well. And I say corner punches as well.
It was the year of the corner punch.
Yeah. There was Groovy and Pergamano have definitely changed in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
But when you look at these collection of designs and you can see how they're still current now from when they were sort of 10 years ago as well, because when we've revisited them again and we've got new design team members, we have new plates as well. you can see how they sit side by side. So, wow.
Really nice.
I really had forgotten about that artwork, and the geisha she's stunning.
She's stunning.
And in both groovy and in stamp. So Julie's added the stamp into the show page as well. So if you are into your stamping, then you may want to have a look at that, because I think that was reconfigured. Because when I had the geisha, she was one stamp, and she came on a mount.
Yes.
On the mount back in the day. Come on the mounts. So I think it's an A5 set if I'm right. And it's got the geisha, and I think it's got the water house, and it's got cherry blossom, and I think that's what it is. I'm sure Julie will confirm that for me. Right, so you're gonna do a little demo for us this afternoon now that I've finished chatting. But I think sometimes it's nice to go back and revisit the artwork, and especially as we're traveling gently throughout the month of March as well. And to say this morning, you said in Groovy Tuesday there was 3 new friends joining us. So maybe and we have such a vast catalogue of artwork, don't we?
I think we forget how many groovy plates or stamps we have. It's not until you go back you think, oh gosh, yes, I remember those. And a lot of our lovely customers and friends may not have seen plates from 5 years ago, because they've been with us a couple of years. So this way we get to see the artwork.
We do,
everyone at home gets to see the artwork, and it's just really nice.
So we have what we call a digi download. So Louise has put together a piece of artwork combining the various different plates, and she's also using it with our product of the month, which is the recently relaunched rainbow parchment.
Yes.
And it sits beautifully with this collection. So our digi downloads are, if we have a look on the overhead on that, your digi download. So this is in our catch up and craft area on the website. It tells you the time and the date of the TV show, what the project's called, what was made, and then it gives you a list of ingredients that was used to create this. Now you can supplement these different items on there. So if you want to go for clear parchment, you can go clear parchment. I mean, the California sunset would be really nice.
That would look gorgeous
on
as
there,
well,
because it's that darker, rich tones of colour.
Definitely.
If you don't want to do any pico, I mean, Louise hasn't done any pico cutting or perforating, so this is ideal for a brand new parcher, someone that's just starting out.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for, is somebody new. We saw this last week, didn't we? This nice card.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh, that's a really, really nice way of showing
Let's zoom in
the
on
best
that one.
of, you know, both plates.
This was another no-name one, wasn't it?
This was anonymous again.
This was another anonymous.
They wish to remain anonymous. Anonymous.
But this is the technique of folding the parchment around a piece of card. You know, I reckon again it was a barb, because there wasn't. Barb did so much parching back in the day.
Yes.
And sometimes it comes from a style of stamping. You can see with the colouring, the colour blending. I mean, apologies if it isn't Barb and it's someone on the design team, but
it would make sense to be Barb, because it would have been, like you say, the first 6 months, and it
in
would
that
have
era,
been,
because our groovy design team wasn't that big, and so we were learning and everything else. So
that's the kind it originally came from, but we decided to do it on rainbow parchment because we could.
Absolutely, with the recent launch of the pastel rainbow that many of you have been asking for, finally got back in, because we worked out we can print it ourselves now with the lovely Lisa downstairs. So you've got so it's a product of the month. So if you pop that into your basket with anything else, that will automatically unlock the double points. So Gilly has confirmed that the A5 stamp set with the geisha, the water house, the item number for that is 11890, which is in the show page as well. So if you're into the stamp, for me, it was the fibres and the film.
Yes.
To really, Okay, where do we start?
Okay, so what I've done do that upside down.
Yeah.
Of course. First of all, I've just created the geisha and the fan just as a starting point because I wanted to show you how I did the corners.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the corners first.
So how did you create this part? Because obviously they're two separate plates, aren't they?
Yes. So what I did first is I had my geisha.
Yeah.
So let me do it the right way. And obviously I've used it on the glossy side up. You can see
the parchment, yes.
So first of all, I added the geisha. And then I added the fan.
The fan, so you wrapped the fan around her.
I did, and I moved it so that the two fans were kind of coming into
equal either side, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was that part. And then so to do the corners, first of all, I just, for a guide, I brought in my nested
square from the starter kit. See, we always go back to it.
We do. I always go back to my square. And so all I'm just going to do with that is I'm just going to very lightly. So I want her kind of, hold on, make sure it's in first. That would help, wouldn't it?
Right way round.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Start again. So we want her head into the square.
Yeah.
So, and also she's just going to be touching her
She was perfectly sized for that, wasn't she?
She is. It's always good when she fits.
When she fits within the frame.
Yes, well done. So yes, I'm just moving it so that it's central.
Yeah.
And then all I'm going to do is just very lightly put my four corners in to the largest square.
Okay.
And this just acts as a guide for me.
Right.
So you can see very, very lightly the little dots. So then I move that one. And I'm going to bring in my little lovely decorative corner here.
That's really nice, isn't it?
It is really nice, this corner. And you can frame this. This looks lovely with the scrolls and everything.
Yes.
So all I'm going to do is, you can kind of see, I started off with this one, I think. There we go.
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
I think I need to go to Specsavers now.
Where are you trying to put your dot?
Here.
There. Okay, so let me zoom in on that.
So
the dot isn't going, I need a little pokey thing. Let me just go in because my fingers are too. So see, I thought you was going to go to that point there, but what you're doing is you're going on this one here, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just automatically thought that it would be in that corner.
Yes.
But I totally understand that.
It's only because on here, it kind of meets up
so that the fan is protruding from the frame. Yeah.
So I'm just going to do that one first. I need
some groovy tabs.
Good old groovy tabs. Always handy. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the corner.
Oh, right. Okay. Really like this. I'd buy the plate just for the corner.
I bet you're thinking, oh, pattern building.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You love your pattern building.
I do.
There we go. So that's one corner.
Okay.
Okay. And then similarly over here, I can't talk today. Similarly.
It's catching.
Yeah. Here we go. So I'm just going to... Sorry.
That's all right. Take
time. Trying to lean over.
No, you're fine. Your head is clear.
Excellent.
So you're using the base of her dress as a guide on that straight line as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Mm.
So again.
This also sort of follows along the lines of what Barb's been looking at of late, where sometimes you take a stamp, you stamp onto a white piece of card, and then you think, right, now where do I start? I want to introduce colour. Nice. Look at the crisp whiteness on that.
I know, they're nice, aren't they?
But by automatically stamping or grooving onto a card or parchment that has that colour built into it, then all of a sudden it takes the stress away, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Okay, so here is where the dot is.
Okay.
See? I'm just gonna. The good thing is, because I'm not carrying on this line, all we're doing is the corner, then we can marry up with the nested square.
Right, okay. Fingers crossed, she says. It worked on practice, didn't it?
It did. It worked on when I was doing my demo.
Of course it did. There was no one watching.
On my planet, yeah. I always find that always happens.
Of course it does.
I have this great idea. It goes, oh yeah, that's working, and then it gets to it, and you think,
it's
no,
like the one for test and one for best. The test one tends to work, and the best one,
Exactly. Why does that happen?
Yeah, it's a psychological thing, I think.
It is.
Concentration in the groove, the calmness, enjoying the process.
This is when Louise decides that it's now spring and wearing 3 layers is not a good idea.
I've still got jumpers though in the office that I keep here for obviously our TV shows, and it is definitely getting milder now. But I can't bother to iron some shirts. It's laziness, really.
Okay, so there's our corner. So you could leave it like that.
You could.
You don't have to marry the lines up. So nice and simple. Is I kind of line up the line of the corner.
Does it sort of slot back in to the groove, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so we go up there. And we go there.
Nice.
Do a longer one.
Because we were talking about this, wasn't we, when we was looking through the artwork.
Yes.
And then a demo for you to prepare, and this one really jumped out, and we was trying to work out how I reckon Barb did it, knowing the way in which her mind works, to make it. And I reckon Barb did exactly the same as what you've done there. She would have created those registrations. There we go.
What?
That's all right. We can chop that bit off.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, we'll just trim right up to it.
Right up to that edge.
Looks like Louise Pico cutting this around.
But you would put multi-needle tools around it, wouldn't you?
I would have done, probably, yeah.
But yeah, but it just so what you may want to do, it's just an idea. You can create a template, couldn't you?
You could do.
So on clear parchment,
I did that.
Which is more cost effective than the rainbow. So have a template.
It worked.
Of course it did. It was a template. And I love the look of that frame around the outside.
Yeah.
So you could have like a piece of A5 parchment just for that. And then it will just help them with your positioning if you wanted to repeat it. Because I think that ornate corner would work so well for like wedding invites, birthday invites, not only just with this collection of groovy plates.
Definitely, yeah. So once all the corners are done.
Once all the corners meet up. this is what you've got.
This is what you get, and this is when it works. See? It does work.
Of course it works.
It worked. We had fun. Okay, so I just wanted to show just a little bit of white work.
Because you've actually put the cherry blossom into the fan, haven't you?
I have. So another good thing, actually, let's show the cherry blossom. I was going to show the cherry blossom. Okay, so we've got our little cherry blossoms. So how I design, you can either put your flowers in just randomly.
Okay.
Let me turn this upside down, actually. There we go, that's better. So what I did to begin with, I'm going to ignore that bit up there. Can we have a BC? So I decided where I wanted my cherry blossom.
Yeah.
So say we wanted it there.
Yeah.
So I kind of got my number 2 and I just kind of marked a few spots where I could put my cherry blossom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And then what I would do then is I would come in and say, nice big cherry blossom there.
Yes, because the cherry blossom has got to sit onto the branch, hasn't it?
Yes. So and then I can see another, maybe that one's nice there. I'll just move it round to.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that because the blossom, it's an outline. It's not like a solid stamp that would hide the branch underneath.
That's the brilliant thing about Groovy, isn't it? So, and it's got just a few little dots inside as well. It just gives a little bit of decoration. So then when you go, I'll just show you quickly. So then when you go on to mark up your blossom, like
it's now going to sit on the branch rather than through the branch.
So if I'll just show this panel here.
Because of course you can do each panel separately, couldn't you?
Yeah, nothing's stopping you from.
And also with this panel, you could do, there's probably a technical name for each of these sections.
Yes.
Because obviously this is a open fan, isn't it?
Yes.
But I'm guessing panel, I'm guessing it's a panel, isn't it?
Like a little...
You could decorate each of those panels differently. You could also do it on different coloured parchment.
Yes.
And then use a brad that it would splay open.
Yes.
Because you could cut with just a normal pair of scissors.
Yeah, you could have a little a brad and then you could either keep it shut or keep it open.
Nice.
That would look nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so once you've done all of that, it kind of shows like this. So then I just got my number 3 and 4, which comes in the starter kit as well.
Yeah.
Just to do a little bit of white work. Which...
zoom in on this one. Doesn't require much, does it? Because they're delicate little flowers.
See, this is a nice kind of card to start off for beginners because there's a little bit of everything. So I'm just going to use my number 3 and just a little bit of flicking from the side.
So even though we're using rainbow parchment or coloured parchment, white work, obviously, if any of our friends are new to it, it's even though you're doing it on the back, when you turn it over, it's still going to be white, isn't it?
Yes. That's a nice thing. The white work always takes precedence when you do, unless you're colouring on the front.
Yeah.
If you put colour on after your white work, it's going to just
hide it. Yeah.
So then you just get that nice little white hint. So yeah, so you would do your white work, and then I thought maybe I'll show how to colour the kimono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would do part of the kimono. Yeah, of course we have.
I'll do this. I'll do the skirt, shall I?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So started off with a little bit of blue at the bottom.
So you're using the polychromos.
Yeah.
You're using the spring, summer, autumn, winter collection.
Yep. This is ultramarine.
Okay.
And then I've got a nice pink here, which is the pink Madder Lake.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can work out which ones they're coming from. So let me grab my little glasses. With my, oh, actually, I can grab the packs of the pencils. Hang about, because that's an easier way of looking at it. Okay, so you've gone for ultramarine.
Ultramarine.
Which is in the winter collection, item number 31903. So you're just scribbling on.
I am.
You're not taking any of the colour off.
No.
Okay. Because you can, can't you? If you wanted to be a true blue,
yes,
colour-wise, you can use our eraser pencil to remove the colour from the rainbow.
You can do. So if I've got I've got one here. Let me just show you the difference in the pink. If I do a little bit on this side, shall I?
Yeah, because that's on the yellow, isn't it?
Yes. So say we can see the difference then.
Okay. So this is still on the back because the way in which it's been manufactured, it's printed on one side.
Yes.
So with all of our coloured parchment, our rainbow parchment, our designer parchment, you can remove the colour from that. And if we got a white piece of paper, we can just pop underneath there, Lou, just so we can see. Because we're working on a black mat. There we go.
Big difference.
So you can, yeah, real big difference. Okay.
Okay, then I will just come from the top. And this is, again, nice, you know, for beginners, just scribbling with a bit of dorso oil, you know. So it's a really good thing to start off with.
You can see the difference already on that pink from one side
it's
on the overhead. Yeah.
Bright pink on one side. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little bit of dorso oil.
So that pink, or did you say that was Pink Madder Lake?
Pink Madder Lake, yes.
So that one's from your spring collection. I mean, I think many of our friends at home now have collected the spring, summer, autumn, winter and the essentials. I think Barb needs to look at some new colours, I think.
Oh, that would be nice.
For the new seasons.
Yeah. Spring and summer, autumn, winter 2006.
26 even.
Yeah. That's the one. That's right.
We're only 20 years past 2006.
2000. Oh, blimey. Am I back there, am I? Gosh. Oh, what have I done with that? Oh, it's hiding from me. Well, I don't want to be in 2006. I was at school then.
I can't remember. So if you like what Louise is sharing with us this afternoon, don't forget we have a number of online workshops. We started, especially with the Groovy, we did a number of a series of 1, 2, 3 courses. We did a 1, 2, 3 foundation, whereby Louise covered the 3 core skills when it comes to parchment craft, so white work, colour, perforating and picot cutting. Then we expanded those and we did a 1, 2, 3 course on white work. So we looked at the different tools being used, and again, that was over 3 different sessions. Then we did the colour, again, the 1, 2, 3 colouring course. And then finally, we finished off on a 1, 2, 3 with perforating and picot cutting.
Yes. And
using multi-needle tools. So all of those are available. They're all stored in what we call our Circle platform, which is like it's a college now, the number of courses we have. You buy the course, we send you the booklet, we give you the key to that classroom, and it means you can go in and watch it at your own pace.
Yes.
Then earlier this year, we did the enhanced pencil work course.
We did, that was good.
That was amazing.
I enjoyed that.
I mean, I enjoyed all of the courses, really well. but yeah, I don't necessarily get the time to do colouring, especially on parchment. And if I do it on the back, how Louise is doing. But this was doing it on the front of parchment. And I know many of the students that attended were absolutely blown away with what they were able to achieve. There we go. So if we put a piece of white onto that. And then last month, I think it was, we decided we was going to launch a monthly online workshop with Louise.
Yeah.
And the first one will take place a week tomorrow. So that will be on Wednesday, the 18th of March. It runs from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. But if you can't tune in during that particular time, once you've got the key to that classroom, you can go back in and watch it afterwards, because after it's finished, the recording is made available.
Yes.
And many of our students that attend these online workshops, they come in for the chat and ask questions, and then they go off and do it later.
Yes.
And because it's all online, it means we have students from all over the world. So
I just wanted to show that you can add depth at the front as well.
Nice. Okay, so if you put that white paper, okay, do you want to do the magic trick?
Okay.
So put the white paper underneath so we can see the colour. So I've passed on my magic to Louise. So we can see how you've got the white now. So this is where the intensifier paper comes into play, which you get as part of that product of the month. Now, all of a sudden, it jumps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really, really does. The parchment's available on its own, the paper's available on its own, but the product of the month is where you've got that duo, especially of the pastel rainbow, which I'll bring up to the side of the screen, like so. Item number 42624. So this unlocks double points on anything that's in your basket.
Yeah.
But that is just, and then we've got the finished piece, a little bit more colour, a little bit more time. I like the way that you've extended the intensifier paper outside of it.
Yes.
Because it's perfect for that matting and layering, isn't it?
Exactly.
And what we're going to do, we're going to show it to, because the beauty of the colour comes from this side camera. If you hold that there, Louise, I'm going to zoom out a bit on this one so we can really see. Let me see, I've got 50-50 chance of zooming in the right direction. There we go. So if we then hold that like so, you can really see how glorious that looks. And because you're using that rainbow parchment, it's already helped enhance the project, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah,
she's stunning. She really is.
Geishas are
wonderful.
so beautiful, aren't they?
And because you've got that empty dress as well, you could have hours of fun just decorating it with plates you've already got in your collection. You could take some of the designs. If you've gone for the dream bird, there'll be elements on there that you could use to infill the pattern on her dress, or just keep it nice and neutral.
Definitely.
It's all about having choices, isn't it?
That's the nice thing about Groovy, is that you can choose what you want to leave and what you want to put in.
Absolutely. If you've got the outline of that outfit, the kimono.
Yeah.
It's like you become your own dressmaker on her, don't you?
You could have the geisha, and then on your fan you could have grid work if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Yeah. So, right, let's have a quick recap. So let me bring up the details of these courses, because this is the one that is going to take place a week tomorrow. £30 plus club discount. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we worked out how to switch on club discounts on the workshops. And we ran a promotion where all previous courses had a special price on for a limited period. But the club discount applies going forward on any new and previous courses as well.
Perfect.
So item number for this is 60249, £30 plus your club discount. Then the following month, on Wednesday, the 22nd of April, is the With Love Floral Heart Frame Parchment Project with Louise, and that'll take, it's always a Wednesday, and that's from 1 till 4. But as I say, if you can't tune in live, once you've bought it, you've given access to it, and you can watch it at your own leisure.
Definitely.
And then the third one on the offering, so we've gone up to May now, item number 60251. This is the Butterflies and Floral Frame Parchment Project. When you go into the product on the website, physically go into it, and then you'll see a list of instructions, how it all works. There's a downloadable list of ingredients, so you can check to see whether you've got everything that you need for that particular project. And maybe you want to adapt. Maybe you say, right, I'm not into the picot cutting, so I don't want to do that one. The the beauty of this is that you don't have to do the picot cutting if you don't want to.
No, exactly. It can work on one layer if you wanted to as well.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to add the different layers.
I wonder. Yeah, this is some homework for Louise now.
Oh, sorry.
Go on, what are you going to say? You're going to say the same as me?
I think so. I was thinking, oh, that's perfect, like room
That's
on that card
for the new celebration sentiment rounds.
That would be perfect size because that is, in that circle. That would be.
Louise is going to do her homework on that to see whether that fits. I reckon it will. It's hard to tell from a picture.
Card.
Oh, you got the card?
I've got the card here.
Of course you have.
Of course we have.
Right, you have a look at that while I carry on talking about the front. So that is the third course. Then don't forget we've got the 60% off Barb's birthday discounts for the sticker words. You've got Barb's Word Sticker Collection, item number 30849. Up until midnight, Monday the 16th, 67% off, £4.45. No further discount applied. Then the second offering is item number 31048, the Feel Good Factor Word Sticker Collection. Same price, £4.45. Then we have Leonie's Words, item number 30834. And then finally, we have the Kiss Word Sticker Collection by Barbara Gray. And that has a collection of Christmas in there. It's an all-rounder, that one. And it's got that really funky font in there. And then brand new today, we've got the celebration sentiment rounds, which we're going to have a look at with Louise in a moment. Item number 42629, £10.49. And then the cheeky little discounts until midnight on Monday. This offer will expire. Everything's expiring on Monday at midnight. Because that's long enough for a birthday celebration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Item number 40314. That is your bamboo and oriental fan. £16.78 plus your club discount. And then finally, we have the Waterhouse and Geisha A5 square groovy plate duo, item number 40292. And then the plates that were designed to work alongside that new sentiment rounds is Barbara's Love, Dream and Songbirds A5 square groovy plate, item number 42626. And then the original Shack Japanese Flowers and Butterflies, item number 42628.
Nice.
So let's come back to the front. Did it work?
It kind of goes on the line.
The outer
line.
Okay,
so
so
it doesn't go on the
we
inside.
were looking at that and wondered, let's have a look on the overhead, whether the let me zoom in on that.
Goes there.
So it does work. Yeah. See, I wondered whether it would fit on the inside.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from moving it and then just moving the plate.
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we need to look at some designs that would work in different levels of circles.
True.
So thank you as always for your company. I hope you've had a wonderful afternoon like we have, and taken that trip down memory lane for those of you that have been with us since the beginning, looking at that amazing collection of plates that are still current now.
Oh, definitely.
As they were 10 years ago. Thank you for Gilly for keeping us company in the chat. And don't forget, everything is available for you to go back and watch. If you've come in halfway, you can watch on our Catch Up and Craft. So Tuesday, tomorrow, Barb will be up at Hobby Maker for a monthly 2-hour show from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. And she's going to be shining a light on the recent collections of the birds, the butterflies, the dragonflies and twiggy branches.
Oh, nice.
So that is going to be a 2-hour bonanza tomorrow on Hobby Maker. And then Barb and Dave fly off to Madeira for the weekend for the birthday celebrations. So Louise and I will be with you on Friday at 10 and 2. So I hope you can join us, because we're always here to keep everybody company.
We are.
So enjoy the rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.